Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ed Foley. I'm interviewing the Board of Education candidates for the November 2007 election. With me tonight is Laura Padua from the running on the Democratic ticket, and hopefully I got your name right.
You did.
Tell the people a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I moved to East Haven in 1999. I live here with my husband and my daughter. She's 8 years old and attends the academy. So since we've been here, I've gotten more interested in the school system, obviously. I work in a private school in Orange, where I'm the secretary, so I see a lot of behind-the-scenes school things there. And I'm on the PTO, I'm involved with my daughter a lot, and keeps me busy.
All right. So why do you want to be on the Board of Education?
I didn't set out to get into politics. I was presented with an opportunity to join the Board of Education, and with my daughter in the school system, of course I'm worried about the quality of the education she's receiving. So I decided to take the opportunity when it presented itself and hopefully bring a new perspective to the board and fresh blood, try to make some positive change.
And I know this is, I think this is your first run for office?
First time running for office, new to the political arena.
So how do you like it so far?
It's very interesting. I've met a lot of great people, and I'm learning a lot as I go.
A couple of issues that have come up. I've railed on them on this show, and one of the things is we have test scores. What do you think about the test scores and what we should be doing about them?
I think our test scores need to be improved. We're at some of the lowest in the area. In some of the assessment areas, our 10th graders, a third of the class are below grade level in some of the assessment areas, and that shouldn't be. We need to bring that up. I know that we spend the most on administration out of any town in the state, any district in the state, so perhaps that's an area that needs to be addressed.
And one of the other things that have come up, and I've been asking everybody about this, is class sizes. What are your feelings on class sizes?
Class sizes, I guess the smaller the better. I know that some of the schools are getting quite large. I understand down in the Memaughwan area, I think the class sizes are very large. So I think that the teachers have a better chance of giving the students one-on-one attention with a smaller group.
Hmm. And I probably don't even have to ask you this, seeing as your daughter goes to the academy, but I've been asking everybody. What do you think? What do you think about the academy? Should we close it? Do we need to move it? What do you think?
The academy needs to stay. If there's a better facility for it, I'm not sure. It's a little crowded where it is, but it's a wonderful program, and we need to give options to our students. We need to address the ones who are more talented, and we also need to address the ones who need some extra help, and I think the academy is fitting a need for a group of our students. Yes,
it's actually the scores that have come out of the academy are as good as any school in the state of Connecticut. And I'd always like to see the other schools do the same thing. You brought up one issue that I've been kind of harping on, is the amount of money they spend in administrative costs. What do you think we should do about that, or see it as any places where we can cut back on the administration?
Being that I'm new to the political arena, I don't know exactly what all the expenditures are, but it seems that there must be extra billing or extra charges in that administrative cost that can be lowered. Other schools are doing it. I mean, if we're dead last in the state, there must be room for shifting some of those dollars and putting more of it toward our students where it can do the most good.
Yeah. I know Maryland's brought this up on a lot of occasions about the number of schools that we have. I believe we have like 11 school buildings in town, which for a town this size is actually very large. Have you thought about what you want to do with the number of schools that we've got?
Well, again, that would be something I would need to look into further and learn more about. If some of our class sizes on parts of town are much too large and some of the other classes are comfortable or have room for improvement, maybe redistribution of our students, or I don't know if we're already complaining about classroom sizes that we can shut down schools, but that would be something to look into if the maintenance costs of the buildings are too high.
The schools that the test scores in the high school you've already mentioned. And I know we're spending an awful lot of money on facilities up there, and we're also going to be spending a lot of money on facilities throughout the town because just heating costs are going up. And I know I write out my UI bill and my oil bill every month, and I can attest to the fact that they're going up. And I know the problem that we've got with the old high school across the street is that a lot of it is, quite honestly, you got the academy, which is probably the best part of the school, attached to the 36 wing and then the 74 wing, which are, shall we say, less than energy efficient. And do you have any thoughts on that? Because the town kind of owns the 36 wing.
There must be better use for the building. I mean, it's falling apart in those older wings. So if we own it, we should probably upkeep, maintain it better and make it more efficient, and then put it to use. We don't have a teen community center. We don't have places for our kids to go. Perhaps that building can be used and cut out some of the problems that the kids are facing.
Right, and well, we also have the Pathways program over on Dodge Avenue, which we're paying rent for. Possibly that could be moved.
Well, right, you could evaluate the usage of our current properties. There's no sense paying rent to someone when we own a school facility as it is.
Yeah. I know they redid the pool recently. They redid the gym in there. Your daughter goes to the academy, and I assume that they use those facilities, quite a bit.
They use the gym for gym classes every week when they can't go outside. There is no playground facility there, so they make do with the gym for classes and so forth. And the pool, I don't know that they use, but definitely the gym.
Yeah, and the auditorium.
The auditorium is a big part of the academy, being a performing arts school. Last year we went to the performance and we sat in the very last row because it was filled to capacity for the performance.
Right. They put on some great shows. I live across the street from there, and whenever they put on a show, packed. I mean, there's no parking spot anywhere to be found.
Yeah, last row we were sitting in because it was just so full.
Yeah. And one last thing before we wrap up. I know you're running on the Democratic ticket. Do you have any thoughts about the candidate that's running for mayor?
I think April is going to win, first of all, and I think she's going to bring a new level to politics that we really need to see in town. We need to see someone who's for the people, who really is interested in the best interest for the town and the taxpayers and cares about what they have to say.
Okay. Well, thank you. And this is Ed Foley with Laura
Padua.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And she is running on the Democratic ticket for the Board of Education on November 6th. So please get out and vote, everybody.